This is where I love to butt in.
Guess you can't lose it, I can never find.
I also think that great advice gets lost if it's the wrong time.
Dialogue over drama?
Hello, baby. This is episode 80. I am Dialogue Danny.
And I'm Courtney Drama.
And this is episode 80 of Dialogue Over Drama. I think I might have just said that, not too sure. Today we recorded a full episode and then we scrapped it because it just didn't work. It just, for some reason, we didn't feel the vibe. It wasn't good enough, so we kind of retook another shot at it, and it ended up being, we're currently out camping right now, or cottaging, sorry. And we kind of were talking about the differences of how I kind of grew up being out in nature and Courtney did not. So we kind of went through that, and she's very upset about not going to a luxury cottage and that has butlers and maids and a speedboat and
just something a little bit more modern and comfortable. That's all. I'm just always concerned about my comfort.
It's only a 4-person hot tub, and she wanted an 8.
No, not even. There's not even a hot tub. If anything, it's like a no AC log cabin, probably filled with mice and like dirty, stale bed sheets from the 90s. It straight up looks like a cottage from like the 80s. 70s, 80s, dated.
So yeah, that's what we end up talking about. And you know what? If you disagree with one of us, please send in your cottaging thing and how what she just described sounds absolutely amazing to you. Or if you're a little pussy ass bitch and don't like cottaging. But anyways, on to the empathy for me after that. For the segment that we were doing. We started it last week. I, 7 years ago, was doing a little YouTube project and kind of wrote a thing down, and we kind of went through a chunk of it last week, and we're going to continue to go on this week.
Not only did I have to go to what was known as the Dum Dum Kid class, I was a chubby kid with glasses who was almost 6'1" by the time I was 12. Kids are mean. They always wanted to take out the big kid. Kids get bullied, but the bullying I experienced was far beyond teasing. My parents had to replace my glasses what seemed like every month because of me being beaten up for some reason. At any point I could have fought back and won, but I chose not to. I was a big kid. It would never have been a fair fight.
What are your thoughts of that?
Suck it up, bitch.
Wow.
No, I'm
Stop
just kidding.
my way of thinking.
Oh, I was just kidding. I was going to say, like, you clearly got picked on for a reason. Maybe you're just a mouthy guy.
I was always told I put in no effort. The reason I never did is because I already knew what was being taught to me. But in the eyes of everyone around me, I was just big, dumb, and lazy. I hated school. Every day I hated school. But I did know that I had a responsibility to at least graduate high school, if for no other reason to prove that I could do it. I did learn one very valuable thing in high school. I learned ways of how to deal with what I now know as anxiety. Back then, it was, in its purest sense, fear. It was a constant fear that I would be jumped, beat up, or just the punchline to a school-wide joke. But as it turned out, it wasn't an irrational fear at all, because it happened all the way through until I did graduate.
No, I just feel like you were just a misunderstood kid, because we've talked about that before. Like, I think the reason why you got picked on so much, it's like, I don't want to say like just because, okay, well, part of it because of your size, sure. Like, you know, you always hear the sayings and you see it in movies where it's like you take the biggest guy out, you know? So sure, I think there was a lot of kids that felt like you were an easy target because of like maybe who you were as a person and you were kind and all of that, on top of them being like the biggest kid in your class and tall and whatever. But then like when it comes to just like all of your like anxieties about things in life, and then also your parents getting divorced and just feeling like an outcast, like you were a very misunderstood kid, which makes sense why a lot of your friends were like older, or like you made friends with teachers. Because it was like anyone who had a brain in their head that understood you, you tended to like gravitate towards.
Well, I've never gone with the flow of things. So when you don't go with the flow
You're
of
an
things,
outcast.
it doesn't work. It's like when, we talked about, like, in our bullying episode, you talked about the fact that you, at one point, went against the stream and then realized that you couldn't get into your cartwheel club. So you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to go with the flow.
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
fine.
I was the kid who didn't want to be picked on. So instead of being happy and the weird kid and doing my own thing, I chose to just follow suit with everybody else. Which now as an adult, I pay the price because thankfully I have the confidence I have to be my own person and be weird and be different. And that's the thing people like. But it's like, why didn't I have like many more years of that and just be okay with that?
And then it's not a game you're playing because you dove into the fact, even like when you just commented on this, you're like, well, yeah, it's because of these things because you weren't cool is basically... Like, you were an awkward kid. You weren't cool. Like, so, like, the idea of being like, I'm just going to act this way so I can be part of the cartwheel club still is in your brain.
It is that develops into people-pleasing skills because it made life easy.
Yeah.
The more I go with the flow, the easier my life is.
100%.
I jeopardize my happiness.
Yeah. It's really funny because, like, even, like, I don't regret anything because I find that if you go against the flow... Sooner or later, people start following you going against the flow because you have something.
You end up being the person that like sets the trends, or
the rest of the world is so boring because they're going with the flow.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Change the channel.
Change the channel.
Well, I think I just lost my mind, and I guess you can't lose it. I can never find.
All right, take two. So we just tried to record an episode. Courtney wanted to talk about, what was it? Relationship, hobbies, disconnects.
Just about it.
Just because I like
trip.
going out in nature and being in nature, and Courtney not so much when it comes to going away for a week. So here's what I want to propose to you. To give a little backstory, Courtney hates nature and everything that has to do with nature, bugs, water.
In the summer.
In the summer. And the winter's too cold. So
the fall's perfect.
Here's my thing. You are saying, like, the cottage we're going to is, like, it's more of a rustic cottage. There's no air conditioning, and there's not anything like that. I want to take you back in our relationship.
It's not modern, basically.
No, yeah, it's a house. It's not a house or, like, a millionaire's cottage somewhere. That's what you're upset about. Yeah. We're going to go back, and I'm a very simple person. I'm a very honest person. I like having real conversations with people. I very much feel just because of the way I dress, it shouldn't fucking matter. If you're judging me on the way I dress, fuck you. I don't care. And when I started dating you, you have a family of more hoity-toity people, we'll say. And I've gone for 13 years to every single one of that I could to these functions where it's like all about the prim and proper and like, look at how great my house is. Look at how beautiful this is. People buying houses and showing their lapses of luxury.
Look at my charcuterie boards.
Look at how amazing everything is. There is nothing comfortable about that situation for me at all. Going to things, being told what I can and can't wear, what I can and can't say, what I can and can't do. Now,
coming from solely me, not anyone in my family, but
it's based on what your family was, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to going, and I've always, from the beginning, done it with grace, done it with style, built the respect. Now I'm at the point where, like, I can say whatever I want to. I can have any conversation I want to.
Yeah.
But I want you to realize, why don't you just fucking suck it up?
Well, I'm going to.
Go away and embrace the joy of it. Like, just be like, instead of being like, why can't I be someone better? You need to step down. You're not a fucking princess this week. And you're just going to be enjoying camping. And why don't you try to embrace something
camping? Or cottaging?
Cottaging. Why don't you just embrace it for the first time in your life as opposed to constantly trying to make everything and control everything? Why can't you just embrace something? Like, you constantly say how... Like, you're just, you think you deserve so much. Why can't you just enjoy something different? That there's obviously something to enjoy in it.
It's hard.
But isn't that what, like, you personally, like, you're working on these things? Like, why, like...
Okay. So, to a degree, I understand what you're saying. And I'm not... Clearly, like, there's some growth in me because I've had this thought already. Like, I scenario-wise everything. I always think about, like, every possible outcome, scenario, this, that, whatever. Like, it's down to the point where I'm like, what if we're driving because I'm the sole driver, whatever, and I get a flat tire? Like, you know, something happened. Like, I'm always playing the, like, well, what ifs, and then who am I going to call, and what am I going to do? And I always have to have, like, some sort of plan. And at one point, I was actually thinking to myself, like, you should make an effort that at one point, at least 1 or 2 days while you're away the whole week, just leave your phone inside the frickin' cottage. Just leave your phone inside. You don't need to take a fucking picture. You don't need to make a TikTok. Just leave your phone inside. And I've thought that thought. Because that's how much I'm trying to be like, just be in the moment, embrace it. You're with your partner. You never get to do stuff like this. Have conversation and like take in everything. And then that thought immediately turned into the alternative of, well, I could leave my phone inside, but then I could go buy myself like a disposable camera so I can still take photos and then like,
so this is,
but I'm like, just be
why.
technology free. Okay. Like I try, but it just sounds so like not me.
At the risk of this being episode 5 on the topic of values. Here you go again. Instead of just having a value of, I just want to embrace what's going on, you're like, okay, in order for me to embrace what's going on, here's some actions I need to do. 1 or 2 days, I'm going to leave my phone in there. And then you're even coming up with reasons how you can waive on that. Why don't you, with the value in this for you, is you want to embrace this in balance, right? So if your balance is there, keep your phone with you because you may see something. You're outside. It's nature. We may be going around. Take a couple selfies of the two of us. Why would you eliminate something so you're making it so much harder for you to embrace the balance?
Because this goes back to the whole, like,
but then just say to yourself, I'm not going to doom scroll. I'm not going to like scroll on things, but have your phone on you to be able to take pictures and do stuff like that. Like you're cutting yourself off with that all or nothing, which is so dumb.
I know, but it's just for me, it's just like, because I don't know, I don't trust myself. Like I'll sit there and I'll end up scrolling because that'll be
then go back to the balance thing as soon as you see yourself being like, no, you know what, today I'm doing this, and then put it away as soon as you realize it. Don't beat yourself up because you're the kind of person where I'm already doing it, so might as well keep doing it.
Of course.
That's where the value comes in.
Yeah, but there's also I know. There's also no
like you know that you don't have a rock to stand on right now, that you know that what I'm saying to you is right.
Yeah, I know. I need to have balance and like try to actually enjoy this.
Instead of setting up all these little rules for yourself that you know you don't want to follow, and then you get mad about the value you're trying to imply because now you've given yourself rules. Doesn't make sense to me.
I think it's just this is where it's just anxiety of something that I'm doing that's so unknown. Like I've never done it before. Because, like, even, sure, as a kid, I had a trailer, but I had parents who took care of everything. I had to pack myself a bag. I didn't have to worry about all of the other pieces, all of the other things. And even though I've been trying and, like, make a list and pack and make sure we have everything that we need, I just still feel like it's not, like, enough or, like, I'm going to forget something or...
I'm telling you that every single time you do this level of planning, you are always at least twice more stocked than you need to be. Or 3 times more stocked. Like every single time you've done an event, you're like, hey, limit the food you're doing. You don't need that much food. And you're like, you don't know. And then you buy so much more. And then we end up with
I know. But then
so much extra stuff everywhere.
Even back in January, like when I went to Dominican, that was my first time going on like a trip like that. And I still overpacked to the point that I had to put stuff in my suitcase and other people's suitcases. So I weighed under. But like even then, there were still moments when it was like, oh, I didn't prepare for my feet to swell and half the shoes I packed not to fit. Oh, I didn't prepare for the blisters and I didn't bring this. But like, you know, thankfully other family members pulled through and they had like what I needed.
Right.
But I don't know, like even then when you like, and maybe that's the part I need to let go of is even if I do this much planning, I'm probably still going to forget something or there's going to be a scenario in which I was like, oh, wish I brought that.
But you're also in your brain throwing the fact of like the Dominican into your brain of like a packing problem. Where the Dominican is a place where you have a suitcase to go down with.
No, I get that.
And you have a resort
where
that's
this I have like a carload.
You have a whole carload and fucking superstores within a half hour of you.
No, I know.
You're not stranded on an island.
No, I know. I just like my own stuff and I like convenience. That's all.
Sure, but you're going to the point of like making sure you have, like you want to pack a whole pharmacy when there's a pharmacy in town.
Right.
That's where I'm saying to like stop
because
stressing out.
I think the other thing too is like because I'm trying to hype up so much of what this trip is to make it my own. When we talked about, I know we didn't actually record it on this episode because like it was trash and we weren't getting our point across. But like I think about like non-negotiables, right? Like for me to enjoy myself on this trip, my non-negotiable is having time to myself. Like, you know me, that I'm like, this is a vacation for you just as much as it is for me. My last vacation was January, so it's been a long time since I've had time off. You've seen me at work right now. You've seen me stressed out. I'm burning out.
Okay, I can hear it in your voice, but I don't mean to cut you off, but what you're saying to me, I know your brain's already said, well, everyone's going to want to talk to me, and I'm not going to get a chance to fucking relax. Like, what you're so stressed out about, everybody already wants to do it themselves.
I know
my mom wants to read a book. I know my mom's friends just wants to read a book. I'm totally cool because I'm going to probably do some editing when I'm up there. Like, there's going to be so much time for you to be on your own that you don't need to get as worked up as you're getting worked up.
But I think because I'm already in a heightened state of this, just in like the way my brain is that I'm so looking forward to coming back from this week feeling relaxed. So I have these like non-negotiables of how I need to relax, and I think then that's adding to the stress.
That sounds so non-relaxing.
I know, because I don't know how to relax.
Like,
but it's like I want to relax, so I have to like do certain things.
Like, you just like I'd love to be able to have playback on this. Like, when I cut you off, you're like, yeah, well, because I've been at work and then I got to do this. Like, everyone's gonna hound you like you're Mrs. Popularity and the fucking queen that everyone needs to talk to all week. That you're not gonna have a waking minute to yourself. That's what you were just about to say is one of your non-negotiables. That's insane.
It is insane. It is insane because I just said to you last night, like, my Sunday scaries kicked in, and I was just like, I'm not ready to be in demand again. Like, I'm just in constant demand, and I'm really wanting to go away that week and just turn off. And that's why I bought a lot of alcohol to hopefully take the edge off a bit.
But that's one of the things that I am looking forward to this week is I'm probably going to do all the cooking, and I want to do all the cooking.
I love that.
I want to make sure all the place is clean. Like, when I was up at like our cottage, like, I would constantly do all the cooking, make sure everything's cleaned up afterwards. Like, I'd get up in the morning, do the cooking. Like, I can't relax. I can't just sit down and not do something.
You right. And like, I am like that to a degree, because it's like, it's in our nature to like have to feel the need to be busy.
Right.
Like, even when I went away, I know it was Dominican, and you have like resort staff and whatever. Even my sister, who I was bunking with, she was like, you can leave that for the cleaners. Like, I still was like wiping the counters down, putting our stuff away. And I'm like, yeah, just because we have someone coming in to clean our room doesn't mean I need to leave it in a worse state for them to have to tidy up.
Right.
Like, I can still pick up after myself. So I know there's still a part where I'm going to want to relax, and then I'm going to be sitting there feeling useless, and I'm going to want to do something, or vice versa. I'm going to be doing something and feeling like, no, bitch, your whole point is to relax, so you can sit down. Like, it's going to be that battle of trying to keep that, again, value of balance, just to keep centered. I don't know. It is hard. And I really have been, I think for me, as I feel really bad in talking about all of this leading up to it, because I need you to know that I am trying very hard, even though it doesn't seem like it, to make sure that you feel like I am just shutting up and enjoying it and trying to be considerate in the fact that you haven't had a vacation for a long time, and that this is a chance for you to also enjoy yourself. And the best way for you to relax is for me to be relaxed. Like, I'm fully aware of that. And it's so hard because every time I keep talking about it leading up to it, it's like, I just want you to know that, like, I'm struggling, but I'm aware. Well, like, I'm trying not to ruin it, because the last thing I want is when we record the episode, when we come back from this trip.
What I'm doing to try to make it so it's more relaxing to you, when you come to me with all of these things that you're freaking out about, I'm just like, you don't need to worry about it. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm just trying to move you more the other direction, where it's more of, you can focus on, like, I have this covered. Like, that's the thing. Like, I already know I'm going up there, that I know that also I'm a single dude with 3 other women in a cottage up north too. Mm-hmm. So, like, God forbid, like, even if it's a black bear comes through the property, I'm going to have to make sure all 3 of you are fucking calm, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, think about it. Like, if shit goes down, you think who in that group's going to, like, take control of the situation?
Well, no, from your childhood story of your mom running into her car and locking the doors.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the same. You'd probably have 3 women run and hide and leave you stranded holding a plate of steaks.
Well, like, I'm even talking
to feed the bear.
Even like, we're inside and all of a sudden there's a bear at the window because they can smell food inside.
Oh, I go completely the opposite side of the cottage, or I hide under covers.
Right.
Or I lock myself in the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah, you'll watch me freak.
But that's what I'm saying, is like me being up north with the three of you is like, I'm going to do all the cooking. I'm going to do this. But there's a huge burden on me, too, to make sure everyone's good. Everyone's cool. Everyone's whatever. Like, God forbid, like an animal gets into the cottage while we're there.
Don't say that. But I know that you're not having your own anxieties and burdens and scenarios of like
it's not an anxiety thing.
Or okay, whatever, a burden. Whatever responsibility I know that you think you have is not going to take away from your fun.
No, not at all.
Where for me, I have to do the opposite because I'm starting at like ground zero.
Well, you're starting at negative 30 because everything has been
everything's the worst and everything's negative because this isn't my ideal type of trip. So I have been trying really hard to be excited, and that's why I've gone overboard with like buying the things that will make me being in the lake fun. Okay, buying all this bug spray and afterbite and allergy medication to make sure that then my body's comfortable. Oh, I'm bringing my fan. Like
asshole Kevin gave us to borrow the latest technology in mosquito repellent.
Right, and I'm so grateful for that. That's going to add to my comfort of, but just, I'm trying to be like, okay, if I eliminate or add to all these things to like make the negative things easier,
right,
then I will have fun once I'm there. I just don't want you to think that like I'm trying to like spoil or ruin your trip.
It didn't even cross my mind.
I know, but it crossed mine because I've been so negative. And this is me trying to be empathetic of you.
Right.
Because we do it every time. Every time we've had a staycation. Oh my gosh, people listening, like there's so many past episodes where we've talked about this. We've talked about our whole living room revamp paint. We've talked about this. We talked about that. Every time we have time off, like I am very like, I want to go in the beginning of our time off. And you're like, dude, can I just relax for the first bit?
Right.
Like we've always been polar opposites when it comes to what is considered a vacation or time off together.
Right.
And so at the end of it, every single time we've done a staycation or we go away for a weekend, or again, we haven't done a cottage, but something similar, usually by the end of the week is some sort of argument, some sort of fight, some sort of like just feeling like it was kind of wasted or could have been better.
Right.
And it happens time and time again. And this is the one time where I'm like, don't do this to him. Like, don't ruin it. Don't cause a fight. Try to keep your anxiety under wraps. And like, I feel like for what we have talked about, I have kept it under wraps in terms of complaining. You've just seen me do my, look, I bought these bins and I bought this and I bought this. And like, I'm going through my little motions and you're staying out of it. And you're just like, girl, you do you, then pack whatever. But I am trying really hard to be like, don't let this be like a week where he's like,
so the reason we always get into a fight while we take a week off, like when we've done all that, is because in the past, what happens is like, I'm the kind of person where, okay, hey, this is our plan for the week. We're going to make this. We're going to reorganize the living room. We're going to do this. I'm always like, cool, it will get done. We'll do it. We have a battle plan. We'll go. Mm-hmm. Like, all we need to do is every problem or every step that comes up, we just need to figure out that step, figure out that problem, and then go.
Yeah.
What always ruins it is instead of actually dealing with the step we're at, you were talking about how step 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 14, all the way to 87, and what could possibly go wrong at those steps. Mm-hmm. And you do everything but talk about the step we're involved in, because then that would be a solved problem to you, and then your brain wouldn't know what to do unless it was freaking out.
Right.
So, like, that's why even going up to the cottage, I'm like, it's just going to take it as it comes. And if you just look at it in that point of view, you'll ruin nothing, because you don't need to like there's no reason to try to problem solve things that 90% of the problems that you're trying to solve I've either been through or I've worked through, or they're not even problems.
No, and I'm trying to tell myself that as I wrestle with this whole like negative thought and anxieties and what ifs, because that's all it is. It's a lot of what ifs. And like then I'm battling with it by being like, no, like, who cares? Like, you'll figure it out then. Like, oh, what if, like, and to your point, what if I forgot something? Then fucking next time you're driving out somewhere, you're going to pass a store or pick it up. Like, right. I don't know. I definitely just, again, here I am trying to create this agenda and like, what's each day going to look like? And it's just like the things that don't matter and that defeat the purpose of relaxing.
Right.
I am my own worst enemy. Like, I'm very aware of that, but.
Well, there's been like, and I know the way your brain works when it comes to that, so I don't allow it. Like, there was a time a little while ago where in the past I probably would have gotten into it with you. But we were talking about how, because like my mom and I know so many people up north. So like there's a place that's about 40 minutes away where we can go that's near Halliburton that like to visit people. And then also the town of Halliburton is just a beautiful place to go and, you know, visit. There's lots of stores. There's cool like lookout points. It's just a very beautiful town. And when I brought that up saying, yeah, one day we'll probably do this. Well, what? No, I don't want to go around to like how many days of like going and visiting all people I don't know. I don't want to be stuck driving everywhere and doing all this shit.
Basically, to even sum that up further, I just didn't want to do things that felt like I wasn't just staying at the cottage and relaxing.
Whoa. Yes. I know all that. What I'm saying to you is when I said probably at one point during the week we'll do this. So by me saying that to you, there is no guaranteed day we're going to go. There is no inclination that you're going to drive. There is no it's multiple days. There is not even it's a full day.
You're
There's
right.
None of these things.
It all came down to, again, the demand.
Would you let me finish? Because you don't need to defend this. I am saying to you, I'm explaining it for you. I'm saying to you, a month ago, that's what happened. I brought up a simple thing, just letting you know one thing that might happen while we're on vacation. You rapid fired a bunch of shit, being like, just really negative about it. And then I was like, okay, I was just letting you know. And I dropped it. Because I'm not going to get into that fight and then have that be a fight that's constantly going to go on and on and on and on later on. So I know where your brain is. But I'm saying to you, I'm not going to give into these things because I know you don't really mean the things. It's anxiety. It's not the other.
Right. It's me talking out of emotion and anxiety rather than rational.
Even like right now, you cut me off 4 times for something that happened a month ago, and I'm just telling you a scenario where I left it because I know it wasn't a big deal, and you're still trying to prove to me.
It still bothers me. It still bothers me as a what if, but I just try not to get emotional about those things because then that brain kicks in. Because it's again, I suck at relaxing. Like when I get into the burnout stage, I've just sometimes accept that this is where I'm supposed to be. And then I'm just like, yep, everyone's going to need something from me. Yep, I guess I'm just going to have to do that. And that's just where I live. And it angers me. But it's also like, girl, you're an idiot. You literally have the words to say, no thanks.
So
and I just don't.
I don't do that. One of the thoughts, too, is if I were to be like, just say we're at the cottage, Tuesday we wake up and says, you know how you're really stressed that you said you wanted to be here, you know, you wanted to have alone time? Cool. Mom and her friend and me are going to go to Halliburton. We'll be back tonight at around 7. See ya.
Perfect.
Until a bear shows up. Until you being out in nature by yourself.
I'll figure it out.
You'd figure it. You're going cottaging with a bunch of people for 7 days. Tons of stress. I'm leaving you in the middle of quote unquote nowhere in your brain. And you're like, yeah, that's cool.
There's a neighbor next door.
Oh my God.
And I've watched enough.
You see the point that I'm trying to
no,
make,
I know it is. It's like 2 different extremes. I know.
I'm saying you'd be super upset if I excluded you from plans.
I think it depends on the day and how I'm feeling.
Oh, fuck me. You're such a liar. Such a fucking
liar.
No,
I would be. I'd be like, wait, where are you going? Like, what do you mean? You're going to be gone all day? But it also would depend. It really, really would depend on my mental state. If I really felt like I was fine to be by myself, that's what I wanted to do, and I basically.
Yeah, you've never suffered FOMO whatsoever, ever.
No, I have. I know.
I know. That's why I'm saying to you. I know.
But as I try to have balance, it would depend on how the day was going, the day prior, how the week was going. It just would depend on so many factors where I can have anxiety and fears about 2 things.
I think you really missed the point of what I was making.
Basically, you're saying I'd be upset that...
No, I'm saying if out of nowhere I didn't talk to you about anything, you wake up on Tuesday thinking we're all hanging out together for the day.
Oh,
and then
you
out
change.
of nowhere, I was just like, we're doing this today.
Right. Yeah, no, that change would throw me into a loop.
That's what I'm saying to you, is... I bring it up to you early that this is what we're going to do. You give tons of negative feedback. That's not something you're interested in.
Right.
And then all of a sudden when that day comes, we're like, see ya, without any warning. We're just like, we told you a while ago we were going to be doing this one day. Today's the day. And just out of nowhere blindsided you.
Yeah, well, but all options bug me.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like when that's why I can't take you really serious with the things that you're saying about what you will and won't do and
Until
your
the day
rules
of.
that you have. Because, like, even in the last episode, you wanted to set, like, these rules and, like, what was the word you used? Deal breakers.
Meet in the middles.
No, that was...
I said meet in the middle rules.
I thought there was another thing. It was like a deal breaker or...
what are your non-negotiables,
Non-negotiables.
about being in a cottage? Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought my non-negotiable was AC, but here we are.
Suck it up, pumpkin.
I know.
Like, honestly, just suck it up. Suck it up. Like, if you think about when it comes to you being the ability to suck it up, our first appointment, we didn't even have Wi-Fi. We didn't even have internet.
Our first appointment?
Our apartment.
Oh, apartment.
We didn't have Wi-Fi for how long? And if you think about living in a world without even internet there...
Yeah, but I have a way better phone plan now. I'd be fine.
I'm missing the point once again. But anyways, so we're currently camping. Hopefully she's not thrown into the bears by the time you guys are listening to this.
Or you can push me into a fire pit or something.
No, I'd never do that. I still want to barbecue. I'd want to be able to kill you, bury you somewhere, and then still be able to be a roast.
Feed me to the
Wheaties.
snapping turtles.
I also am really excited about these succulent s'mores. The savory s'mores.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at one point. Yeah, whenever.
Yeah, what is, like, so I saw a couple of them. Like, you could take a Baby Bell.
Yeah, it's like you use marshmallows. You use
Baby Bells
instead of marshmallows, and you use, like, prosciutto or whatever.
And just
you,
between
like,
two crackers.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
melt the cheese.
Yeah, fucking A. I'm excited about that.
Sounds good.
But yeah. All right, Gumpy Gus.
All right. Well, on the next one, you'll hear if we're still together or if...
Or you'll actually hear us up at while we're vacationing with Mom. Or maybe we can make a little Mom segment. I can do a bunch of different clips.
Oh my God, just your mom hysterically laughing for like 5 minutes straight.
It'd be so funny.
It'd be so funny, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye. Love you.
Pray for us.
You've just listened to and finished Canada's own podcast Dialogue Over Drama. The amazing music we use in this episode is provided by Allegories with their song Pray, and Jesse James and the Medicine Show, I Think I Just Lost My Mind.
Nice.